Okay, boys, pause your Pokemon or Fort Worth, whatever you are playing, and come over here and help me with the project.
It's Fortnite!
Well, whatever. Anyway, I was thinking about becoming an influencer on the line.
Do you mean online on YouTube?
Exactly, like on YouTube. I've even got a song wrote. You tell me what you think. Welcome to Granny's Storytime and Tea, where the stories are good and the cookies are free.
But Granny, you don't have any cookies.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter that I don't have cookies. It's just a hook.
What do you want to do on YouTube?
Well, I thought I'd tell my life stories, like the time I beat up a raptor with a wooden spoon until it was tamed and I named it Pickles. Or about the time that I caught a fish that was so big I could live on it for days.
Granny, you need to stop playing games before bed.
Yeah, probably. But what could we call the channel?
I know.
Storytime with Granny!
Alright, let's sit down and listen to my story for today.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and smash that like button.
Let's face it, there is a ton of media, movies, games, books, whatever, about zombies and zombie apocalypse. But could this actually happen in reality? I'm Granny, and this is Storytime with Granny. And today's episode is, could zombies actually exist in real life? Let's get into this. Before we go any further, let me say I'm going to show some pictures that may be a little graphic for some viewers, so viewer discretion is advised. If you don't want to see these pictures, go ahead and stop the video now. Anyway, you've been warned. Let's go on. And when I'm talking about zombies in real life, I'm not talking about the Kensington zombies in Philadelphia. That is people who are on drugs, specifically a drug called Tranq, which is actually where they're taking cocaine or fentanyl and they're mixing a horse tranquilizer to it and making a new drug called Tranq. Now, Tranq is causing a lot of problems, not just the fact that it's becoming a ridiculous outbreak and the street is full of people that are like either passed out, laying all over the place, or some of them are literally standing up and sleeping. Some are bent all the way over, some are just standing up with their heads tilted backwards. I've seen all kinds of crazy footage and pictures of the problem that they've got going on there, and it's huge. They even have an issue where they're getting sores, and these sores are really disgusting, and this is where the warning comes in. Now, these pictures that I'm going to show these wounds. So you've got big holes in people's arms or legs. You've got the blackened tissue, which is the necropsy. It's happening on their arms, their hands, their legs, their feet, their face. It's a lot worse than the meth sores. You know, you see a lot of people that are on meth and they've got like almost like a cold sores all over their bodies, their face, their mouths. This is basically eating them from the inside out. So it's like destroying their organs. It's being caused because of the organ failures that are happening, and it's almost like they're rotting from the inside out. But no, anyway, with that said, I'm not talking about those kinds of zombies, I'm talking about these kinds of zombies. Ones from like 7 Days to Die or Dying Light. You know, not necessarily even so much as the Walking Dead kind, you know, where a corpse busts out the grave and goes looking around for blood or brains or whatever gonna eat you up. No, I'm talking like it could possibly happen to where one moment you're healthy and the next minute something is controlling your brain and making you do crazy stuff like attack other humans. Now some people might be, oh, that's impossible, that's not ever gonna happen. But the reality is there are several viruses that we already know of that actually work similar to a quote-unquote zombie virus. One of those is rabies. rabies attacks animals, and they go and they're basically controlled by it. The virus causes them to have rage and anxiety and inability to swallow proper and all kinds of stuff. But it's controlling them. They're alive. It's not like they died and came back to life. They were alive, contracted the virus. That virus enters the nervous system and then starts controlling them from within. So, I mean, what's to say that there's not other viruses similar to that? I mean, you've got mad cow disease. You've got, all kinds of stuff that's already there. Now, I'm a huge conspiracy theorist. I believe our government is doing things all the time and don't tell us about it. If they weren't, why would there be so much secrecy on simple things? They hide things from us like UFO footage. Well, why? It doesn't make a lot of sense. But I do know that the CDC messes with viruses and things like that all the time in the name of science, don't they? Well, I mean, we know that they mess with viruses in labs. They create ones, they mutate them, they do different things. You think I'm making that up? Do you not remember 2020? The COVID? Well, guess what? That virus was created in a lab. Now, they were hush-hush about that a long time ago. And now it's actually coming out that it was created in a lab and that it leaked from a lab. Okay? Well, if they could create that virus that is still affecting us 5 years later, why isn't there the possibility that there's other viruses out there that are man-made in the lab, kind of like the Stand? Okay, they didn't have zombies in the Stand. Stephen King said that. They had just a few people survive. Most people caught what was like the flu, and suddenly, hey, they there many people left. So the world basically almost ended, with the exception of a few people. Well, that was all because a virus was released from a government facility. So if a zombie apocalypse happened, in my opinion, and just my opinion, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a specialist in this, I'm just an ordinary person. But I believe that if a zombie apocalypse were actually to happen, I believe that our own government would cause it. And the reason behind that is, well, they're playing with all kinds of things that they don't tell us about. And that's kind of scary when you think about it. But it's the truth, in my opinion. Anyway, like I said, there's already viruses that exist that control your mind. Do I believe that the dead are going to pop out of the grave like the normal zombie that we think of today? No, I don't. But do I believe that a virus or a fungus or a bacteria or anything that could come about and control us? Yeah, I believe it's very possible. It's so possible that it's scary when you think about it. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me in the comments, do you think that there's a possibility of a virus that could actually be like a zombie virus? Do you think our government might be the ones that create it? Or maybe nature? Nature creates things all the time. Is it possible that nature is going to create some kind of crazy virus that's just going to come out there and control our minds, and there's not going to be a cure for it? Or if there is, it's going to come with a huge cost. Tons of lives will be lost before it ever gets better. I don't know. You tell me. this has been kind of a fun little thing to investigate. But I'm running out of ideas, and I really need some people to let me know. So let me know in the comments what you think. What is an idea, a story that you'd like to hear in the future? Anyway, without further ado, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, share this video, and let's keep gaming, people. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and smash that like button.